Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry I've been away for a while now. I've been writing exams in school, but I'm back now, so expect back-to-back makeup tutorials. Today's video is a simple everyday makeup look for beginners, and I'm going to be showing you the tools and techniques you need in creating this type of look. So if you are a beginner, stay tuned and keep watching. The first thing you need to do is to make sure your skin is clean, because you can't apply makeup on a dirty skin. You need to make sure you use a wipes to clean the face. The next thing you are going to be needing for skin prep is a moisturizer. You can use your daily moisturizer, maybe a moisturizer you use for your skincare, or you can get a moisturizer you want to be using for makeup. So the moisturizer I'm going to be using today is the Msmetics Moisture Bulb. This is a water-based moisturizer, and moisturizer serves as a base between your skin and the makeup, because you can't just apply makeup on your skin, like directly on your skin. It is going to give you issues, so you need to use a moisturizer for your makeup process. I'm going to be applying this with my hand. Your moisturizer needs to get to all corners of your face, especially your under eye. Make sure you blend to the jawline. So after you've applied your moisturizer, you need to make sure you use a fan to enable the moisturizer sink into the skin. And the next thing you are going to be needing for this look is a primer. This is really important as a beginner in your makeup kit. You need to use a primer. A primer is used for the longevity of the makeup. You need to use a primer to enable the makeup last longer. So there are different types of primer based on different types of skin types. So you need to know your own skin type before you can choose a primer for your skin. I have a video where I talked about different skin types and what type of primer you should use for each skin type. So I'm going to be leaving the video up there. Make sure you watch it. The primer I'm going to be using today is the Adventure Primer. I have an oily skin, so I'm going to be using a mattifying primer. I'm not going to be using a hydrating primer because I want to control the oil on my face, not increase the oil on my face. So this is going to reduce the oil on my face. For oily skin, you should use a mattifying primer, while for dry skin, you should use a hydrating primer. So I'm going to apply this with my hand. I like applying with my hands because, one, it is faster, and two, it helps me blend evenly. Make sure your primer gets to all corners of your face. So after you've used the primer, you need to use a fan to enable it dry and sink into the skin. Normally, when doing your makeup, do not rush any step. Each step needs to dry. Do not rush any step. Take your time and do your makeup. The next thing I'm going to be using is a foundation. You need a foundation in your makeup kit as a beginner. It is really important. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the Sylviamak foundation. I love using these two shades because they give me my perfect match. For foundation, you need to match your face to your body. If your face is light skinned and your body is a bit dark, you need to match your face to your body. So the foundation you'll be getting will be a bit dark like your body, so you won't end up doing Coke and Fanta. So you need to match your face to your body. That is the #1 rule to applying foundation. I have a video on my channel where I talked about skin tones and how to choose your foundation. I'm going to be leaving it up there, so make sure you watch the video to really help you in choosing a foundation for your own skin type. So I'm going to be mixing these two shades together to get my perfect match, and I'm using butternut and black coffee. So I'm going to be mixing it together. And before I forget, to apply foundation, you can either use a brush or a beauty blender. But for beginners, I would really recommend you using a brush because it is fast and it will not really soak up foundation. Then I pat, just pat, do not drag, just pat the foundation. Just pat the foundation on your skin. You can see that I'm not dragging. Do not drag, because when you drag, you are going to be messing up the skin prep you've done, and you're going to be seeing the product move on your skin, which is not supposed to do so. So you just need to tap the foundation. Do not drag, just tap. I've only applied the foundation on one side of my face, and I've not applied foundation on this side. You can see how it matches with my skin. You can see how it blends with my skin. This is what you should get as a beginner when you apply your foundation. It should match to your body. So make sure you blend the foundation to your jawline. Don't just leave it here forming a line. No, make sure you blend it to your jawline. So this is what you should get when you apply your foundation. You can see how it matches with my skin. So after you've applied the foundation, the next thing you need to do, which is also an important tool you need to have in your makeup kit, is a setting spray. You need a setting spray in your makeup kit because it will help you set your makeup in place, and it will also help the makeup for longevity. So after setting, you use a fan to dry. The next thing we are going to be moving on to is concealer. What is concealer used for? Concealer is used to brighten up some parts of the face, to bring back highlights to the face. So where is concealer applied? Concealer is applied on the T-zone areas and also on the under eye. The concealer I'm going to be using today is the Adventure Concealer in color 7. To choose a concealer for your own skin tone, you need to use a concealer that is 2 shades or 3 shades lighter than your skin tone. Do not use a concealer that is overly brighter than your skin tone. Do not apply too much. Gone are the days where we apply too much concealer. Less is more. Just apply a little and you are good to go. I'm supposed to apply concealer on my forehead, but I do not like to apply concealer on my forehead because I do not like bright colors on my forehead because I'm dark skinned. But if you are light skinned, you can do this. So I'm going to be using a beauty blender to blend the concealer. After applying the concealer, the next tool important for you to have as a beginner is a powder. You need to use a powder to set all the liquids in place. We've been applying liquid on the face since foundation, concealer. So we need to use powder to set everything in place. And the powder I'm going to be using today is the Flawless EV powder. Sorry, don't mind me. I've used the hell out of this powder because I love it. It is one of my best powder. The first thing we are going to be doing is to set the highlighted areas. The highlighted areas in place first before we now set the other areas of the face. To set the highlighted areas, you need to use a powder that is 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. And for the other areas of the face, you need to use a powder that matches your skin tone, like your exact shade. I'm going to be using a powder puff to apply powder on the highlighted areas. When applying powder, do not drag. It is the same as every other thing we've been doing. Just pat, do not drag. So we are done with the highlighted areas, and then we apply powder on the other areas of the face. So to do this, you need to use a smooth brush, a brush like this, to apply powder on the other areas of the face. Now we are going to be moving on to the brows, and the first thing I'm going to be using is a brow tamer. This is not really an important tool for you to have as a beginner, like in your makeup kit, but it is also useful because it will help to tame the hairs and also give you a clarity on how the shape of your brow looks and how you should draw your brows. So the brow tamer I'm going to be using today is the Browmatic by Dammel brow tamer. I'm using the tinted one. The tinted one is for dark skinned, while the light one, the clear one, is for light skinned. Just use it to brush the hairs upward in an upward direction. You can see I'm getting a clarity on how my brow looks like now. Then after you've applied it, you just use your finger to press it down. And that is it. I will do the same to the other side. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to draw our brows. And to draw our brows, I'm going to be using the Davis pencil in the shade color 3. Color 3 is like a very dark shade. If you are light skinned, you should use color 18. But if you are dark skinned, you can use color 3. To draw the brows, trace the shape of your brows. Do not take it too high or too low. The hairs of your brows, just trace it and that is it. You do not have to do anything extra. This is where I draw my hack. This is the end, this is the beginning, this is the top, this is the bottom. So whatever I want to draw will not pass this shape. So just follow the hairs of your brows. The shape of our brows is different. My shape is different from your brows. So the way I draw my brows, the way my brow looks like will be different from the way your brows looks like, because the shape of our brows is different. So you have to practice in order to be able to draw your own brows perfectly. Make sure your pencil is sharp before doing this. To fill in the beginning of the brows, just draw strokes. Don't just paint. No, don't just paint the brows. Just draw strokes. And that is all. And then we have our brows. So I'm going to do the same thing I did here to this side of the brows. Then I'm going to move on to highlight the brows. To highlight the brows, you need to use your foundation and a little bit of your concealer to highlight the brows. Do not use a concealer that is too bright to highlight the brows. Most beginners make that mistake, so do not do that. You will also be needing either a flat brush or a curved brush like this to highlight the brows. So whatever brush you are going to be using, just make sure it is really flat in order to be able to get a defined brows. So to highlight the brows, you are only tracing whatever you've drawn with the pencil. Do not try to draw otherwise. No, whatever you've drawn with the pencil is what you should trace. And if you notice you make mistakes, then you use the concealer to clean it or correct it. So that is what you should do when highlighting. This is how it looks after highlighting this side of the brows. So whatever I did here, I'm going to be doing it here. The next thing you're going to do after highlighting your brows is to set the highlighted areas with powder. Set it with powder to avoid creasing. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is eyeshadow. This is a simple look and I'm not going to be doing much. I'm only going to be applying a brown shade up there. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the V-Beauty Nude palette. I'm going to be using this shade right here. I'm not really going to be doing too much. Just blend in circles to apply. Do not do too much. Do not do too much. Just blend in circles. You can see I didn't even use a eyeshadow primer. Just blend in circles. The mistake most beginners make is that they apply too much eyeshadow at the beginning. Less is more. Whatever you want to do in the makeup process, do not go in with too much. It is okay to build up, but packing too much straight at once is going to give you issues to blend. So do not go in with too much. Less is more. Now I'm done with the eyes, and the next thing I'm going to be doing, which is also an important tool you need to have in your kit, is blush. And I'm going to be using the CPD blush. Do not go in with too much. Just build up guys. In any makeup process, always build up. Do not pack too much product at once. Blush is applied on the cheekbone. When you see that you've applied too much blush or you've gone in with too much product and you want to reduce it, just use your powder and pat it on it. Well, I love mine. Thank you. Now we are moving on to the lips, and the lipstick palette I'm going to be using is the Posh and Sassy lip palette. This palette is what I recommend for beginners. It has different colors and you can make different types of lips with this palette. You are not limited to just one color, so I highly recommend, guys. I've been using this palette for so long that I don't even remember when I bought it. So I'm going to be using this dark brown color to line my lips. Then I'm going to be using this nude shade right here for the inner corner of the lips. So this is the result, and this is how I like to do my lips. Perfect. Now I'm going to gloss the lips, and I'll be using the Issa and those lip gloss. I always choose you. Wanna give up on you, but I know I can't. I put the blame on me for giving you chances to chance. Now I'm going to be using my bronzer. Bronzer is applied on the cheekbone on top of the blush. That is where you apply bronzer. But this, please do not pack too much. Oh, hey, do not use too much as a beginner, please. Less is more. Now I'm done with my makeup, and the last thing I'm going to be doing is to set everything in place with my setting spray. The setting spray I'm using is the Nia Beauty spray. This spray is really a good one, and I would highly recommend it for beginners. This is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned a lot from the video as a beginner. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe, because I noticed that a lot of you watch my videos but have not subscribed to my channels. So please, I'm begging, please subscribe, like and share to your friends. Also watch my previous videos because they will help you as a beginner. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.